They're gonna. And she's okay.
How many hats? Yeah, how many t-shirts?
Okay, it says. Ask him who he's talking to, Macy.
Who's he talking to? The guy next to you.
And Macy, I'm curious, when you talk to people, why do they feel that they... Are they worried?
We're chase hunting people.
You're talking to your aunt. What does she want?
She wants a whole list. I have a...
She has a whole list. Are you gonna break the bank?
Yeah. I need to order another one of these.
Oh my God, look at that. Show the camera.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. That is some bling.
Wow.
Dude is ready.
I'm ready. I'm ordering the next one already.
You're oh my God. Look at this excitement. I mean,
Macy,
I'm so glad we get to be here.
Are people there, Macy, because they're worried that this merchandise is going to sell out? Or they just want to be the very first people to be wearing it?
Robert, I don't know if they're worried it's going to sell out, but they definitely were here watching the end of the game.
We got Eliana Moreno in the air, people. As you join us live. No chase just yet. We're kind of
I'm doing it again for 2024.
trying to find one.
My name is Fabian.
Fabian.
Yeah.
Big night here in Los Angeles.
Since I was a little kid.
Big night here in LA as we welcome in people from across the world. You're going to have some coverage here on the right side of the screen. Los Angeles is on fire as the Dodgers have won the World Series. There is street activity. Eliana Moreno's in the air with News Chopper 4. We have street racing going on. We're gonna hope at some point that this evolves into a chase. If there's ever a night, this is the one.
Yeah.
How late are they open tonight?
Dix, how long are you guys going to be open tonight?
Otherwise, we're just gonna watch the news. I got nothing else to do. Either that or watch the Clippers.
Until the crowd goes home. And then open tomorrow at 7 a.m. for everyone who wants more.
All right, Macy, thank you.
All night, Macy. That's the stage for today in LA.
It does look good. All right, we're going to switch from Macy now back to Little Tokyo, and that's where Alex Rozier is standing by. Alex.
Hey, y'all, it's so loud in Little Tokyo. Take a look around. I mean...
What's up, everybody? Yep, just joining us. No chase just yet. We're going chase hunting. As people are hitting the streets here in Los Angeles. Every news channel, there's fireworks going off everywhere. It's been a long night. Got a couple hours here.
I love it. You know, we were just talking about the impact on the Asian community here. What does it mean to you to see Shohei?
I think it says it in the title, if I'm not mistaken correctly, that
because here is in America, if Japanese player.
Little Tokyo is just west of downtown, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Or is it north? Koreatown. The streets are getting packed. You're looking at Whittier and Downey. I think that's what Eliana's over Whittier Downey right now. She's smart. She goes straight to Downey, knowing that there's probably going to be a chase at some point. If it's going to start anywhere, it's going to start in Downey. Crazy, more people watch the World Series in Japan than the United States, and 14 million people were watching on TV alone.
Streets in the best way possible. Cars driving by, Dodger fans everywhere. The celebration continues, guys.
All right, Alex, thank you. It's just so amazing to see so many people out there this evening. And again, this is less than an hour old. Less than an hour old, about 8:45 this evening.
There's a lot of diverse people here in Los Angeles with diverse beliefs and religions, but there's two that everyone has in common, the Lakers and the Dodgers. It's the only two things that matter in this city. The only two things that can rally every person. It is the Dodgers, and they have won the World Series. Dodgers and Lakers.
They had to come to LA for a possible Game 6 that would be played on Friday. As we head to Carmen Dickerson Live near Dodger Stadium, also want to let you know that
one guy in the chat, he was upset about this coverage. His screen name is Angels Win. Bad night for you, my friend. Bad night. Shohei won for LA. You got to be happy. LA finally got its World Series with Shohei.
Everyone is joining in the celebration, including our
rough night. Might want to stay off the internet tonight, my friend.
Live at Dodger Stadium with more on what's going
Streets
on.
are getting busy on that right side of the screen. People are in the streets. Girthy Mac giving out some subs to the chat. W's in the chat for Girthy. 5 tier 1 subs going out to the community. No, Mets fans are content. This Mets fan's got his own Dodger jersey on.
We've all been in that situation.
I don't give a shit. Dodgers beat us. It's
so hard.
anyone beats the Yankees, they're fine with me.
And you look at this, and what is such a beautiful moment is the last time we were there was days ago when Fernando Valenzuela.
Oh, shit, get wrecked. Beer shower.
The flag
This
on that sign in honor of him, mourning the loss of
It's a, cut her off.
You know, it's interesting. It looked like something.
They knocked her off the coverage
I don't know
with
if
that beer shower. Go back to her.
in the clubhouse, but Olivia Gardy is in the clubhouse, and we expect to hear from her at some point
Very
this
soon.
evening.
Yes, indeed.
That was hilarious. She got wrecked.
Hopefully more than a little, I'm sure. She really gets in there, talks to all the players. I'm sure she's going to bring us some great stuff.
Goggles
So
on.
You got
Yeah.
to stay tuned for that. Yes.
She has her goggles on. Let's go to McCall Medina. He is on the ground in East LA, and
Oh, this should be good.
he's still there. McCall, can we see you? Make sure.
Oh, let's go.
Take over here with a couple of motorcycles or small little bikes. They're doing a bit of trips in the middle of the road, and the crowd gathering. Whittier Boulevard is
Whittier Boulevard. One of our most popular streets here on Birds in the Air. Whittier Boulevard is popping.
CHP closed down a portion of Whittier and Atlantic. Folks still came out early, and they have inundated Whittier Boulevard because they are super excited about this Dodger. I want to talk to some fans here really quickly. What is it like for you guys to be here tonight, celebrating this historic win for the Dodgers?
It's a big thing, man. We just appreciate it, man. It's the biggest team we can see right now, man. That's what we need right now, especially with all the plays going on. It's a big thing for the victory right now, man. Talk about the Dodgers right now, man. Woo!
What did I tell you? No matter what's going on in the world in Los Angeles, no matter who you're voting for, no matter what you believe in, the Dodgers will unite everyone for at least one night. Everyone.
Yeah, it is crazy out here. Let's turn the camera around. I want to show you. There's a guy with the Dodger flag on top of
This guy climbed the energy drink truck. Let's go.
On Whittier Boulevard, we do see LAPD chopper up in the air. They are surveying the area to make sure there's not any bigger problems that could happen here. Of course, you know, they certainly do not.
You got it, Brian. We can do more of these Friday night police streams. This is a normal night in Los Angeles, but there's a lot of more Dodger flags tonight. There's Eliana up in the air. There's Eliana. Now we got her on split screen.
Here, I don't know if that's a good thing for.
I just, once again, she is a true locust. She got in that chopper and went straight to Downey Whittier. Downey, Norwalk, Whittier area.
Whittier and where we are right now over at Atlantic, and then on the opposite end there are police as well. So there are a lot of officers in and around the area. I think they're going to let some people kind of enjoy the moment for a little bit, hoping that it doesn't get out of control. Of course, they're going to keep a very close eye here, as a lot of people just very excited about once again another Dodger World Series. Back to you guys.
All right, Mac, thank you. And of course, the last time we saw anything like this, and the last time we were sitting here talking about a parade, was when the Rams won the Super Bowl.
no.
What was that, 2022?
It was not nearly the same.
Season for the Rams, and of course that's when they talked about running.
Look at all the traffic. Oh my God. Why would you be on the road in anywhere in Whittier or Downey right now? Fireworks. We got fireworks.
Last year as well. So we're a city of champions. Rams, then LAFC. Now we get a championship here in LA through the Dodgers. Dodgers won in 2020, and this whole new golden era of Dodger baseball began. Remember
Baker Lakers and
the Guggenheim Group.
fireworks going off and crazy in the middle of the street. In the middle of the street of Whittier Boulevard.
And everything changed. It was a new mentality, a new approach, a very professional way of running a baseball organization. Some incredible minds. Mark Walters, Friedman, Stan Kasten, they all had a vision. They didn't mind spending all that money because they knew it was eventually going to pay back with dividends, and it has. And in 2024, we end up getting our second World Series in the last 5 years. Incredible. Plus, we were in the World Series in 2017 and 2018.
Incredible. Now we are continuing to monitor the situation on the streets of Los Angeles as people continue to spill out all over LA. Ileana Moreno, what are you observing?
Eliana. What? Fireworks.
Fireworks, Robert here. My pilot Sarah was
Look out, Eliana.
letting me know everywhere where he's seeing them. We're on Whittier Boulevard.
Eliana.
Lots of illegal fireworks here, but there's also a very large crowd that has gathered one street away on Olympic Boulevard. I'd put it at a couple hundred people as well. But you see the activity here all along Whittier Boulevard. Hundreds, probably thousands at this point, of people that are gathered on the sidewalk, now even in the center turn lane. Just walking down Whittier Boulevard. Now, law enforcement knew this was going to happen. It happens every time the Dodgers have a major victory like this. We were out here for the championship in 2020. We saw very similar activities, so they knew that the crowds were going to pick Whittier Boulevard for their celebration. So in anticipation, they decided to block off the street, and I'll show you what that looks like. So we do have law enforcement out here, but of course the fans weren't going to be stopped. They decided, if you're not going to let us here on Whittier Boulevard at Atlantic, we're simply going to move a little bit more to the east, and that's where we're seeing all of this activity, literally as far as the eye can see along Whittier Boulevard. We were able to see down to the 605, and it is bumper to bumper.
Eliana, don't let that firework hit your helicopter.
For the celebration, you're just going to want to avoid both Whittier Boulevard as well as Olympic Boulevard, because this is going to go on for quite some time here in East Los Angeles.
So it looks like these cars are going nowhere slowly. Ileana, are they blocking off some of the side streets as well?
So for the most part, it looks like everyone's kind of sticking to Whittier Boulevard. The rest of the residential areas here that are on either side of the street, that looks like it's relatively unbothered, really. Most of the people are sticking to the major street. A lot of them are what you would call just cruising, just driving slowly down the street, waving their flags. A lot of people standing outside of the sunroof, just waving, celebrating. We do see those illegal fireworks from time to time. We also see, we've seen some donuts, we've seen some people burning rubber on their tires. So some activities you definitely don't want to be doing, because law enforcement, again, is still out here in full force. You will be cited. They have a police helicopter overhead that is also tracking people who are part of a little bit more egregious activity. But for the most part, people just out here having fun. More illegal fireworks as I speak.
Oh my God, look at the right side of the screen.
We do now know
Jesus.
from the Los Angeles Police Department that
Are they firing those out of that car, that Dodge Charger? That silver Dodge Charger? They're firing all these shits out of there.
asking people to leave that area immediately. So downtown LA getting a little bit.
Oh my God, dude. How many fireworks are in that fucking Dodge Charger?
Right next to
Oh, it's in the middle of the street.
in that whole complex.
We've been talking about these illegal fireworks. That looks like a major display, something you might see at the Rose Bowl, Ileana. And that's in the middle of Whittier. Ileana, can you hear me?
Ileana?
Calling Whittier Boulevard, right in front of the Target. So right in front of the Target here on Whittier Boulevard. A lot of people who live in this area will be very familiar with that Target store. It's always a very popular place, especially for those Sunday meetups. There's always all sorts of food trucks that are parked here along the sidewalk. So it's always a very busy spot, regardless of the day. But on a day like today, just a memorable, historic day, this is where thousands of Whittier of Dodger fans decided to gather here on Whittier Boulevard. So again, if you're not planning to come out here for the celebration, you're just going to want to stay clear of it, because you could get stuck in a whole lot of traffic. But for the most part, just fans out here having fun.
Oh, fireworks everywhere.
Pause here momentarily.
K Home KC, appreciate you subscribing with Prime.
Our live coverage of the celebration after the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the New York Yankees to capture their 8th World Series title. Congratulations, Dodgers.
That's a lot of fireworks, man. What is going on? Is this Dodger theme music? It's extended NBC News music. Oh, burning rubber. What happened? What happened? Eliana? Are you okay? Hello? Hello? What happened there?
Boy, what a night it has been.
Okay,
The
we're
boys
back.
in blue are World Series champions after an epic comeback in Game 5 at Yankee Stadium. We have crews all over LA capturing the excitement, fans in Little Tokyo celebrating the big win. In East LA along Whittier Boulevard, fans are out on the street waving flags, setting off fireworks. This is the 8th World Series win for the Dodgers and the 2nd in 5 years. We've also learned that Freddie Freeman named the MVP, the latest at 11.
It's not 11 o'clock. What are we doing?
Well spent.
Speaking of that camaraderie and that friendship and being able to celebrate with your fellow Dodgers fans, we've been chatting a little bit about the last time they won the World Series, right? In 2020, we were all in our bubble, you know? It was COVID. We weren't able to celebrate like this. How much more exciting is it that you can high-five the person beside you, that you can give a hug, that you... Talk to me about that and how it makes it that much more exciting.
Where is
It
this?
just feels like it brought the city closer together, like we needed this. The city's been down bad for a little bit. A lot of things have been going on. You know, a lot of our icons transition and things of that nature. So I felt like this win really brought us back together.
City's
And
been
the fact
down
that we were
bad?
able to really celebrate together, it's unworldly, man. This was an amazing night. It's going down in history for real.
When it comes to your love for the Dodgers, is it
As long as possible. Yeah, you got it. We'll be in downtown in like 2 minutes.
Oh, Eliana's going downtown. Now we have Eliana Cam. How do I change the...
Over there.
Okay, I'm back. I think. Nope. Oh, yeah, she's right next to downtown. She'll be there momentarily. Something going on downtown? Does it start with a ch and an ace? Until she gets there.
They not like us. We love LA. All the things, Casey. Give them one more shout out before we toss it back to them in the studio.
Boys, get home safe. We see y'all at the parade. Simply LA, baby. Simply LA. Hi, Mom. I love you.
Oh, that's great.
All right, Mark and Kurt. back
Crazy,
to
Dodgers didn't even have their three best starting pitchers.
Encapsulated what this feels like for all of us. One
Still
thing he
warm.
said that really, I get chills talking. He said, the city needs this.
Yes.
The city needs this. We do.
We're going into the election next week. It's obviously very divided across the country, let alone Los Angeles. And we do need this. And I love what he told Michelle, where she said, what are you going to tell? I was there.
Yeah.
Because that's how you feel when you're at that facility. And when
Damn it.
go pick up the LA Times tomorrow morning and save it for forever.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Jory, to celebrate. How is it for you out there, Jory?
Well, on the one hand, I'm a little jealous of Michelle being able to conduct interviews and be able to hear your subjects, because out here, as soon as the camera comes on, it becomes a giant party. Hundreds of Dodger fans have poured into the streets, and this is the night before Halloween, so we see kids out here in costumes. A small child dressed as a slice of pizza. We have a dinosaur. We have skeletons. We have a rubber chicken costume. They are here to
What?
party, so I can attempt to try and interview her.
Save that dog.
So you have your dog on
I'm
here.
so excited. I was crying. I'm a true Dodger. I'm a Dodger.
Okay, so
street race.
They've shut down the intersection of Atlantic and Olympic and pushed everything to the side streets. It's caused a bit of a traffic jam because
Waving flags, setting off fireworks, and Freddie Freeman has been named the MVP. We're spending this
joining in the celebration, but it is entirely peaceful. This is a party in the streets. There are a lot of people, but they're happy and so far obeying the law. So
Is that the Rizzler?
this party, guys. We'll send it back to you in the
The East LA Rizzler.
Well, they're having a good time, certainly. I saw a couple of people out there trying to do that dance that they do when the Dodgers get on base. I wonder if you could try to see if anybody else can do that, if they can organize themselves well enough to maybe try to do that collectively, because it's a pretty cool sight. But yeah, and it was certainly a joy to see that both during the games and elsewhere. Chris Christie now in Air 7 HD. This is in East Los Angeles. Chris?
Yeah, hey there, Mark. We have a group of pedestrians that have just taken over an intersection near Fraser and Whittier Boulevard. You can see several cars stuck in this as a dance mob has broken out in the middle of the street. There is now a line of deputies trying to make their way into this.
There's a giant dinosaur in there.
Trying to keep the roads as open as possible around the detours that they have preemptively created. And now here comes
Oh my God. What is that? That's a giant bear cat loaded with a SWAT team. Holy shit, there's an army.
That they are displaying here to make sure that things stay peaceful. I've got the assignment desk.
Well, there's 4 bear cats full of SWAT officers.
Now pulling into the area again. This is going to be Atlantic and Whittier. They're going to turn down Whittier.
I told you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wagons.
That group has now shut down traffic, guys.
Yeah, what they want to avoid is people jumping up on cars and damaging cars, because that can end up causing both damage and you can get people upset at each other, and that's where some things can kind of get unruly.
That was a military-grade Dodge Charger.
Damage there, and we don't want
Look at these jams all across East LA right now.
Activity, and what they are doing is really
Look at the donuts in the middle of that street.
And
the donut marks.
People in traffic waving flags and waving their hands, and some of them shooting fireworks up in the air, which is certainly a good sight. But they want to make sure it stays peaceful. Chris Christie in Air 7. Thank you for that live report. We're going to keep an eye on that. And Rob is in New York City, where some New Yorkers are having to listen to some very happy Dodger fans. Rob, can you hear us? Hayes. Rob.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we are here over at the Taqueria St. Mark's. We're with Davis Ford from Palisades. Yes. You live out here, but you're a Dodger fan.
Correct. Die-hard Dodger fan. Been one my whole life. You know, I saw the one in 2020 in Dallas, but there's nothing like winning a real World Series.
So we were talking earlier about the turning point in this series. What do you think?
I mean, there's nothing like that Freddie Freeman home run in the first game.
Just diss his own team.
Coming out to Yankee Stadium and taking care of business, getting deep in counts, winning every at-bat.
Okay, sorry. Going back to Eliana. Sorry, bro. Shout out to the Palisades.
Kershaw, who's coming back, Glasnow, and Miller. Wow. I don't know how Dave Roberts is going to.
Oh God! Armed cavalry. We're seeing the whole department emptied out here. Armed cavalry.
For him to be fired, now people are saying he's a sure Hall of Famer. How things, turn very quickly.
Those are big dogs.
Deserves all the credit in the world. The way he put the season together, the way he built all his lineups, despite all the.
Oh, they're marching.
All the hiccups and all the roadblocks.
Where are we? Are we downtown? I think we're downtown here. This isn't East LA.
Your other half, Bruce Beck, who is the main sports anchor for WNBC, and he called it a disastrous ending to the season.
Well, it was in New York, for sure.
They suffered their worst defensive meltdown in franchise postseason history. Bruce Beck of WNBC calls the loss incomprehensible.
And defensively, it was horrendous.
Oh, that's right outside Crypto. We're on Figueroa.
Inexcusable.
This is where the parade's going to come down.
Just say I love Bruce Beck.
We're right outside Crypto. They're shutting down Figueroa? Ah! They're surrounding the vehicle.
Dodgers were spot on every.
It looks like World War Z.
Almost every single inning.
Well, errors are a part of baseball.
You know what, Mario, we're going to stop you for a second.
Go to
I
Eliana.
believe this is Whittier Boulevard, and this looks like
No.
a police car.
Is this a police unit that they're on?
It doesn't look like it there.
We're not. This is not Whittier Boulevard. Are we not outside Crypto.com arena?
We talked about that there was a dispersal order at
Fireworks, flashbang.
And Fig. Where are we looking at, guys? What is the location here in DTLA?
Oh, this is downtown LA.
Yeah, thank you. Like Figueroa and Olympic, just north of it. Francisco and Figueroa.
They've started to close the streets. So we're at Olympic and Fig. This is the area that the LAPD has asked people to leave because they are fearing that it could get out of hand.
Are the Kings playing right now?
There is for people to celebrate responsibly, to celebrate.
Do the Kings have a home game?
And that law enforcement has been.
That would create the perfect storm if they're about to leave the arena.
Happen, but you know, it doesn't.
It just ended?
It didn't look like a violent situation.
No, you know, I was trying to see, they were holding something out the window.
Oh my God! I see the Kings jersey below the red light, between the red lights.
This is, the cross street we're looking at there is Francisco Street. And is that?
That's why they've got. Oh my God! Look, and the Armada set up.
Well, you see the line, they've got a skirmish line set up there, and this is more about keeping these roads closed. So from what we understand, Fig, Olympic, all that area is closed right now. This is the area, Mario, that's just right outside of the Crypt.
Yes.
And
The what?
LA Live. So this
The
is
news
where
calls it the
people are
Crypt?
Going to congregate. We saw in East LA, people are congregating there, and as well, of course, outside of Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, if you can take a closer look right there, just down, just below the large sign there, I think, is that a sign that shows how to get on the 101 freeway there, I believe?
110.
Can't quite tell.
Come on. Know your freeways. That's a 110.
And, you know, and so far this is, again, a lot of people out on the streets, but nothing that we see that has gotten out of hand. McCullough Medina is standing by for us in East Los Angeles. He was in the thick of it there. McCullough, what can you tell us?
Oh God.
Hi guys, we're here on, we are on Celia Avenue. We're really pedestrians are now taking over the street. Take a look behind me, you can see they have now just filled the street here. Fireworks are going off everywhere around us. You can certainly hear them. Police are on
I do like that we do the LA.
also on the west end of us.
That's fire.
They're keeping a very close eye on this area. It's a lot of people having a good time. A lot of people drinking champagne, lots of beer. We got
That's a lot of Pacificos. Those yellow cans are distinctive. Open containers.
good time here, but of course, police are going to make sure everything is going smoothly and not chaotic at all. That's certainly a concern for them. We have seen police chopper on the air. They've been monitoring the situation for the better part of since it happened, since the Dodgers won.
Trailblazers 106, Clippers 105 at the Intuit Dome. This game's coming down to the wire. Not near what we're watching.
Thousands of people, perhaps tens of thousands of people here on Whittier Boulevard in Sela. They have shut down the road to traffic. No cars in or out, at least in this area. They are paused, being diverted out and around the area.
Ah!
Just lots of
Oh, fireworks.
concern because some of these choppers, these LAPD choppers,
Is that Mike? No, what's his face? Sully.
this area right now to make sure everything's okay. I want to talk to a couple of people here. How you doing right now? I know it's a big party. Are you looking a little worried at all? That's my mom. That's my mom. What do you guys think about the party here? The party is going all night. It's all night. You're not worried at all? I mean, it could get a little chaotic. A lot of people. We don't keep it low. We don't keep it low. That is the hope, certainly, of LAPD is that the folks here keep things under control. So far, so good right now, but a lot of people here, and we'll be watching and make sure everything is going to be okay. Live on Whittier Boulevard. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Beck, thank you for that. We're going to switch live to Carmen Dickerson. She is live.
Oh, she's alive after getting wrecked in the previous segment. Oh, DeAndre Ayton for three. No good.
Well, at this point, we still have hundreds of people on the ground here at Dodger Stadium, and things are getting a little bit wild. There are police on the scene, but they're giving a pretty wide berth, and we can see what's going on here.
Okay, this is at Dodger Stadium now.
What's happening here in this intersection along Stadium Way, aside from fireworks that have been going down, there have been some people doing donuts in the street, and of course, the crowd. I'm very excited, man. I need you to back up for a moment. All right.
Good luck. She's gone again. She's been swallowed by the mob. Let her live. Let her live.
I'm excited about this whole thing. This is awesome. Finally win in real life.
Oh, big F-bomb coming.
Dodgers World Series, yeah!
I'm fucking happy. I'm happy.
I told you the F-bomb was coming. She tried to dump the microphone.
Well, obviously, we're going to leave Karma. We're going to leave that live shot. We're going to move to another area. We're going to go back to
They're like, sacrifice her. We can't handle the F-bombs on the air. All right, so they dispersed outside of, the police moved in.
So we moved over from East LA.
Police moved in to clear that mob outside Crypto.com.
We got the unfortunate word that somebody who was celebrating a little too hard may have thrown a firework at an officer.
Oh, God.
I don't know if any officers were hurt in that exchange.
Oh, no. That's why they moved in.
If anyone was arrested, but if any arrests are going to happen, there are plenty of officers out here in downtown.
Threw a firework at an officer. The streets got empty real quick.
So they are asking people to.
Zach El Toro in the chat. Appreciate you for subscribing to the channel.
Normally see on these types of celebrations, but we even have officers on horseback here. And where we're at is literally the heart of downtown, right next to Crypto.com Arena, where a Kings game just got out. So the timing of all of it is an absolute mess. You have
Perfect storm, and the Clipper game just ended.
that are mixing in with these Dodger fans that are celebrating. Again, some of them celebrating.
Clipper game 106-105 is the final Intuit Dome. There's another 5,000 people that are about to head out into the streets.
That is just trying to make their way through here. People just driving, of course, out of
Maybe 500.
just traveling here through the downtown Los Angeles area. So we have seen just thousands of people out here refusing to move. And at one point, we did see them even surround a vehicle that was simply just trying to make their way through the area.
So Ileana, at this point, do we see a number of LAPD officers?
Yeah, the wall did not look like the same tonight that it did opening night against the Suns, to say the least.
So we've seen a mix of both. We've seen the skirmish lines that have formed, and we've seen them actually pushing the crowds out of the way. It's a little bit difficult to see. We have a building in the way here, but my pilot Sarah is going to bring us around. But this line of officers, they were basically looking down a crowd of what appeared to be at least a couple hundred people that were just refusing to move. But they do make those announcements, letting them know that it's time to clear out. If they don't clear out, then they will be arrested. And it looked like most people actually listened and did clear out. But that was just around the time that the Kings game was letting out as well. And I'll show you the trickle of fans here that are leaving Crypto.com Arena now. So they're just literally getting out of their game, walking through these streets, and now they're mixed in with these groups of fans that were refusing to leave.
Godspeed.
And Colleen, are you seeing?
Good luck getting out of there.
Update, from our investigative unit, the LAPD is now in tactical alert status after the Dodgers win, and that means that officers are being held over from their current shifts and only responding to high priority calls. It's being explained to us this is primarily due to the large crowd that has gathered right where Ileana is, and that is in downtown LA near Crypto Arena.
Well, shall we shift over to the positive side of the story again? Obviously the players have been celebrating, and we finally have some images of the players in the clubhouse. Whenever you guys are ready for that.
No, we want to see the streets.
First images, I think we got Mookie Betts.
We don't care.
Let's see how things played out.
No, let's not. How about not?
You're a World Series champion. How does that feel?
Wow, that's some voice. Oh, that champagne burns, though. She's drenched.
Okay, I think Jory has stopped talking. Jory, thank you.
Is there a chase going on in the background?
It's peaceful but noisy and disruptive. So you see the sheriffs now lining up in that area that are they're getting ready to move in and get the people to move.
Yeah, that looked like a chase going on in the background.
We have seen some burnouts and some spinouts and that sort of activity from the air. We'll get to Chris Christie and get to our other helicopter in just a minute. In the meantime, Amy Powell, where it's all celebration, it's all people with Dodger blue love in their hearts, getting their World Series champion gear at Dick's Sporting Goods. Amy.
I'm telling you, Mark, it's so much fun in here in Dick's Sporting Goods. This is like shopping for Christmas on steroids or something. I'm going to introduce you to my friend Lance here because take a look.
You can get all this shit on eBay for half the price.
There. Talk about what you got in those big bags. How many shirts you got in there?
Oh, please say nothing.
4.
Oh.
4 shirts. T-shirts?
Yeah.
And what else you got?
4 sweaters and a baseball bat and a cup and one of those things for my room.
Oh, you got all the goodies. How much do you love your Dodgers?
A lot.
Yeah? Now, and you're a baseball player yourself, right? So who do you look up to on the team, or is it everybody?
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts. Everybody loves Mookie, right? What makes him so special to you?
I don't know. I was just born with his jersey.
And you've just liked him ever since? And wasn't he fun to watch tonight? He's always so good, right?
Yeah.
All right. And you're here with your dad? And Dad, so what? We're just getting everything we need to celebrate the Dodgers?
That's right, yeah. We're stocking up, for...
Let's go back to the streets. Look at the bottom right corner. Look at the bottom right corner. They've taken over the street. We have a street takeover as he's doing donuts. What appears to be smoke blasting. You guys can see it in the bottom right corner. Go back to that. Chris Christie zooming in. They've taken over.
Nothing continues, guys. We'll send it back your way.
They're hanging outside the car.
That's just awesome. I think you need to find someone with a gold card in there and
get out of this.
Dance the
You can see it in the bottom right corner over here. They're going nuts.
In East LA. Let's check back in with Jory Rand.
We're ready.
Jory, tell us what's unfolding.
They have declared an unlawful assembly. The sheriff's department deputies and SWAT have moved closer. They're now into
Look at the bottom right corner. They're burning the rubber off this tire. There are people everywhere down there.
That has happened as they're doing this.
Oh, he almost hit the crowd
over the loudspeaker. But again, it is unintelligible. You cannot understand what they're saying. The sheriff's department is sending us back. There was a moment where it was difficult to see whether it was a firework or a flashbang that had been picked up and thrown back towards deputies.
Oh, shit.
But a deputy had just stepped over it when it detonated, and it really could have caused him damage. So the tenor here has really changed very quickly.
Threw a flashbang back at the police.
Just a short time ago, and now...
And now they're doing donuts in front of the police. You might have to put some stars on the screen here soon.
This intersection was not shut down, although...
I don't know if you guys could see it on the stream. He's driving through the crowd now in the bottom right corner. That's got to be a potential chase down there. That's got to be a chase. Just drove through the crowd away from it. Flashbang going off. Oh, firework out of the car as well.
Personally, to move back. We were in a different location just a moment ago. They've told us to move back a little further as they continue to monitor the situation. Fireworks have been going off, and there's a...
Oh, now they got rid of the video in the bottom right.
Over our head from pretty close by, just in this parking lot right next to us. And so if you can see, there's the couple of deputies...
Why did they take that off the screen?
Here, still in the middle of the intersection, and a phalanx of them in front on foot as they are, I guess, deciding when or if to move forward and completely move into this intersection. The crowd that we were seeing in the roadway here on Olympic has dispersed. For the most part, they are back on the sidewalks. The vehicular traffic is back moving again, but again, because this roadway is shut down, there's not a whole lot that people can do. They're making U-turns and kind of cycling through the side streets coming up on Woods here. They're catching more flashbangs into the intersection.
They almost hit the car!
Towards the crowd. So again, they're moving forward once again.
Oh, they're moving in!
Take those flashbangs to get everyone's attention and get them to move.
Oh, those are from the police?
But they are moving forward once again. So again, how long ago was that? 5-10 minutes? We were just talking to fans in a crowd, just celebrating a World Series championship. And again, this is now turned...
Well, they declared an unlawful assembly.
The Sheriff's Department is now moving in, shutting this down, putting those flashbangs into the crowd, and breaking this party up rather quickly. And it looks like it has worked, at least as far as pushing this crowd back. We'll see if it kind of regenerates, whether these people recongregate at a different location where we have seen this before. The Sheriff's Department shuts something down. the crowd moves, they find a new location, and they keep going until the sheriff's department moves in again. So far, we don't know if that's going to happen, but LASD is shutting this down. The party is over at Woods and Olympic.
Yeah, the party's over for now. This is when the unlawful assembly causes chases.
Under their control.
This is when we take over.
We'll continue to monitor this. We can stay with us or toss it back to you, but it looks like the crowd at this point is pushing way far to the west.
Okay.
And we are behind this sheriff's line. So we'll send it back to you in the studio and see what else develops out
All
there.
right, Jory, thank you. As we watch the sheriffs take control and move through that intersection, there are other intersections in Los Angeles.
Oh, here we go.
Some activity is happening.
Oh, God.
Police may want to pay attention to, and this is one of them. This is in East Los Angeles. Chris Christie is over it in Air 7. We were seeing a sideshow breaking out. You can see the skid marks there in the intersection.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Just a few blocks away from Jory's location, another intersection that is an area of concern. They are unable to get there on the ground at the moment, but they do have the.
That's a white Dodge Charger, yeah.
Whittier and Arizona.
Oh man, we are really trapped in here.
Regional donuts and burnouts taking place right there again with pedestrians intermingling with that.
Whittier Boulevard. Look at that beautiful awning, that beautiful sign. How many times have we been on this street during a chase?
Under the Whittier Boulevard sign here in East LA at Arizona, you can see the large crowd, at least 500 to 600 people at this intersection alone. Traffic trying to get through. It comes to a pause. They try and squeeze through when they can. And then every once in a while, you see a random car start doing donuts in the middle of the intersection. So far, nobody has gotten hurt, but certainly they want to keep this under control. Mark?
Yeah, we noticed that, with those donuts happening, they were getting fairly close to some of the pedestrians that were gathered nearby. So this is a continuing problem that has been happening for years, really, in Los Angeles and elsewhere in Southern California.
We want to go back to Dodger Stadium with that poor reporter.
When you have so many people gathered in so many places, this is what you love to see, frankly. They're dancing. They're actually literally dancing in the streets. Love to see more of that and fewer burnouts if we could manage that. We have our other Air 7 over Elysian Park.
Oh, God.
This is right outside the entrance to Dodger Stadium on Vin
Scully Avenue.
Where folks have gathered. We don't see any evidence of any burnouts or any kind of takeovers happening here. We do see some fireworks, but people are really excited and happy to be out here, happy to celebrate the Dodgers winning the World Championship.
And this season started, Mark, with Will Smith, their catcher, signing a contract extension. And the reason he signed, he said, with Los Angeles, so he could win a World Series. Rob Fukuzaki caught up with him and the great reliever Blake Trinan after the game, who was sensational, went 3 innings today. And I've got a great story about his thumb and why there's so much movement. But more importantly, right now, let's listen to Rob Fukuzaki in those 2 interviews.
Why?
How did it feel when you caught that last strike? What kind of emotions were going through you? Nothing better right there. Yeah.
Of a game that's huge, and for us to get back to even, you could just
Little
feel
Tokyo going off.
just coming along, and
Still.
bullpen piece after bullpen piece, doing the best they can, keeping it close. We know what kind of offense we've had, and we do have, and we were able to come through again in the 8th inning.
I'll take the last question in the 3rd row on the right. Freddy, what does this victory mean to you after a few days of Fernando Valenzuela's death?
We're not watching this for the baseball. I'm sorry. Take us back to the streets. Okay, Fox is live on the street. Hold on, give me a second. Fox just went live here in Los Angeles. I got it on my television. Let me put this on the stream. I will not let you down. We will find a stream with street coverage. They are out on the street. People are making out. They not put this shit on YouTube? Apparently not. Okay. That's a great idea. Let's watch it on the website. How about that?
Oh yeah, so you can see this is going to be going on all night long. People have been driving up and down Sunset Boulevard with the banners, and they're obviously chanting, "Let's go Dodgers." They did it. All right, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, they did it indeed. Gina Silva, thanks so much. This party is going to be going on for a while, all through tomorrow, and of course the parade happening at 11 o'clock on Friday morning, and that is going to be a celebration of the entire city, and of course a team that's been dying to celebrate since 2020. Several of the guys, Dave Roberts, great to see, him get his flowers again, and some of the criticisms through the years. Dave Roberts only came in here, and every single year he's been manager of this team, he has taken this team to...
This is not what I'm looking for. All three maybe KTLA. Hold on. Let me try KCal. KCal knows, at least, to show us what we want. Despite all of their flaws. Let's see what they got. All right, at least NBC is back on the news. Hold on. Oh! Ah!
The road here, it is time to go home. They gave them
they're good.
a minute warning. They fired some warning shots into the air. They said, get ready, pack up, go home. The party is over here on Whittier Boulevard. They are standing by here, but you can see some of these partygoers are still firing off fireworks. They're still in the road there. The clock is ticking, though. Deputies here very serious about this warning. We'll listen in here.
I hereby declare this unlawful assembly in the name of the people of the state of California. Order all those assembled at Whittier and Cleveland to immediately disperse, which means break up this assembly and leave the area. If you do not do so, you may be arrested. You may also be subject to other police actions, including the use of kinetic energy, projectiles, and chemical agents.
Kinetic energy?
Rubber bullets, plastic bullets, feedback rounds, smoke tip rounds, plastic rounds, tear gas, CS, pepper balls, pepper spray, or OC. Use of these devices could result in serious injury.
What is kinetic energy?
409 prohibits remaining present at unlawful assemblies, which means that you must leave the area I just described. If you remain in the areas as described, you will be in violation of Penal Code Section 409.
Okay, as we continue to look at this,
they're about to move in here.
About to move in here.
Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming here in the next couple minutes, people.
Meantime,
Here they go.
Ohtani is at the podium. No! Let's listen.
And leadoff home runs, and you've also got with you as well. What's it like now that you've won, playing with guys of that caliber, in terms of the type of teammates they are, and what you've learned from them over the course of the season?
ムーキーとフレディと偉大なるバッターと
Damn it. KCal. It's up to you.
And to be able to just see them have this moment, like this is what it
Chauncey.
comes down to. You play a great game like they did.
Got Chauncey in the studio here.
I mean, what a season of so much adversity that they had to overcome between injuries and whatnot. I mean,
But also so much history, so many high points. Going back to Jim.
That's right. I'm not a big partier, but I'm a big celebrator. Big moments happen, it's time to celebrate. And, to be a part of this group, I really can't put words to it. I can't. I'm just incredibly grateful. What is so special about this group that led you to the championship, that led you to this celebration? Fight. I mean, there's been a lot of injuries. There was a lot of scares. We didn't know what to expect from Freddie. And for Freddie to go out.
I think that's it. I can't find any other streams with celebration coverage. Everything is in other news. They're doing the weather on ABC. I'm checking KTLA, so give me a second. Damn, they were just about to move in. Gotta hit the streets myself. I don't live anywhere near Whittier.
Reaction, it's loud. And Carlos, I hope you can hear us.
I am lost in a sea of thunder and blue here. It is a madhouse here inside enemy territory. All right. Well, if you guys can hear me, these are the diehard fans that came all the way from Southern California to witness this historic World Series win here, to see our boys in blue win a championship, and it is a madhouse, as you can see. There you are. I'm so glad there's no...
He's getting the treatment. Yeah.
Everyone's ready for a parade.
The best part is that the game ended hours ago, and they're still at Yankee Stadium celebrating, the Dodger fans. I think it makes new friends.
I'm being drawn out. You guys just have to take this. I am being drawn out.
He's being drowned out and enjoying every minute of it. This is wonderful to see. Inside Yankee Stadium, mind you, Dodger fans. A lot of these people, and Carlos have been talking to them coming from across the country, from here in Los Angeles, making the trip to New York with hopes of seeing the Dodgers clinch it. And their dreams came true as well tonight.
I know, they're very lucky. Isn't it incredible? This is New York.
There it is. Yeah. Little bit
That's
of
in New York?
fans listen
Wow.
to tonight.
Yes.
And the Dodgers with the last laugh tonight, as you see the mask there. Celebration still going strong in East LA. Huge crowds of fans spilling into the streets to cheer on the Dodgers.
KTLA's Chris Wolf is among those happy fans. It's very similar to what we just saw at Yankee Stadium. Here we have it now in East LA. Chris.
Swallowed by the crowds all night. All good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All good. We're all good. All good.
His bodyguard.
These people are pretty happy. These people are pretty happy. You guys having a good time?
Hey, like Kobe said, the job is done.
They don't like us. They not like us. They don't like us. Job, let's go. Yeah, go Dodgers, baby. LA all the way. We did it, baby. Let's go, Dodgers. Thank you so much. Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go. Shout out to all the fucking doors.
We apologize for the profanity.
Hot mic.
The crowd's really... What do you want to say, young man? What would you like to say?
Let's go, Dodgers!
There you go.
And the crowd goes
He tried to pull the mic away. It's so funny.
Thousands and thousands of people are out here in East LA tonight, lining Whittier Boulevard. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on the roads, but everyone is having a great time. Families are out here, little children, grandparents, everybody's out here having a great time. Thank you, you too. I really appreciate that. Of course, we get the audio on there. Watch out, before you get lost, thank you. Watch out.
They're protecting Chris anyway, right? You know, from all of the madness a little bit, and he's part of it, which is so much fun. We've been watching him out there since the Dodgers clinched the World Series, and Dodger fans are in full force all over Los Angeles celebrating tonight's victory.
Our friend Rashawn Haylock is with us in Little Tokyo, another site full of passionate fans, and I see the party continues there, Rashawn.
It absolutely does. We're in Little Tokyo on First Street, right outside of the Far East Bar, which has really become a safe haven for Dodger fans. What's up, my man? And you've been seeing that all night. People walking up to each other, high-fiving, shaking hands. Man, we did it. You cannot underestimate just how important this is and how much this means celebrations to the city. Of course, the Dodgers won their last World Series in 2020. The Lakers did as well. We were able to recreate 88 here in Los Angeles, but the one thing that was missing was the parade. And so these Dodger fans are now going to be able to get a parade. That, of course, is on Friday, but you can say they're having their own parade right here, right now. This is for the fans. It's been a caravan of cars coming up and down the street on both sides. The fans are passionate. They're loving it. They're out here. How important is this to the city? How important is this? Very important. We won, right?
DJ. Welcome back to the chat, DJ Ryerson. W's in the chat, giving out 10 tier 1 subs to the community. Welcome back, my friend. No chase for you tonight. We're hunting one.
Stop playing. You can guess the song by now. Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us. And there was a party just like this around that car that's around me right now. And so the buzz in the city is all the way real. The turn up is all the way real. The Dodgers celebrating the World Series championship here in Little Tokyo. And the one thing I can say is, for the most part, they've been able to celebrate here responsibly. It's pandemonium out here. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Rashad Haylock in Little Tokyo, and the scene is remarkable as it is ecstatic. A bird's eye view now of celebrations across the Southland.
Gil Davis is overhead at
Oh, we got Gil. All right.
Sharon Micah, we're looking at, once again, Vince Scully Avenue and Stadium Way, a large group, a mosh pit there. The Dodger fans here taking turns showing their best dance moves out here in the circles. Very peaceful, very fun situation here in the intersection here. I'll come out to a wide shot. There's actually quite a few groups of fans out here celebrating in the streets. That's one of them. Here's another one at Sunset and Douglas. Now, just a short time ago, LAPD was responding some units there to try to clear the streets. They had some buses coming through the area here. They were having a hard time getting through. A smaller group there, very peaceful in the street there. And then further up Sunset at Echo Park Avenue, there's more activity. You see some firework activity going on in that direction. So a lot of celebrations going on here in the Echo Park.
Well, fireworks in the middle of them. And there's a fire in the street.
Fireworks being lit here at Echo Park Ave and Sunset Boulevard as that larger group that celebrates here, shutting down Sunset in both directions. That's the latest overhead in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Gil, thank you. And I believe that second crowd you showed there along Sunset at Douglas is where Rick Chambers is standing by live with some raucous fans as well. It's been noisy there. Rick was inside.
Oh, this should be good. This should be good. Echo Park.
It's been noisy since about 6:30, 7 o'clock. We still have a huge crowd out here at Douglas and Sunset, but they've kind of stepped off to the side, allowing one lane of traffic to come through. A lot of horns being honked, a lot of fireworks going off, but it's just celebratory. There's been no problems out here in the streets. We do see the LAPD, though, starting to come up on the sidewalk across the street. They have their helmets. They look as if they're going to have to disperse everybody, and we'll talk about that if it starts to happen. But the fans have been out here all day. What's in your heart tonight? How you feeling?
It's just such a great moment where it all comes together at a beautiful time. You know, the Dodgers had an incredible year. And you think about veterans, you think about a new guy like Shohei and doing his superstar things, and guys that were injured and coming back like Mookie and Max Muncy. It takes every piece of the puzzle. And for this city to come together, all cultures, all ages, it's a beautiful sight. And
it's kind of what LA needed right now.
It is what LA needs. I mean, I wasn't alive when they did it a full season. And, 2020, there was no Dodger Stadium World Series games. But this is electric. And it's such a joyful feeling. But it really is beautiful how it all comes together. And it takes everybody.
As you look at the crowd, the street, the fireworks, the signs, how does that make you feel?
It's actually surreal, but it's such an awesome feeling because this city they're diehard Dodger fans. We bleed blue, as we say, and a lot of history here, and it's all kind of overflowing, right now, coming out at the right time.
Enjoy yourself. Be safe out here in the street. Again, you're looking at the crowd across the street. I think you can see the LAPD. They arrived just a short time ago. They're just kind of standing there on Douglas. The people are still celebrating in front of them. They wanted to make sure that the intersection was clear and people could come and go as they wanted to. There's been no problems out here other than the street being blocked, but the LAPD warned everybody that they needed to kind of clear out, and now they're moving in. They've been very tolerant for about the last 2 hours, and now you can see they're approaching the intersection. No problems at this point. Everybody's backing up. Mike and Cher, I think they get the idea that the celebration is just about over for the night.
Okay, at least in this section, we know that there's still so many of these celebrations happening on the street throughout the city. One, you're actually in the middle of two right now. So we'll keep an eye on the situation there as the police try and move in a little bit to give the revelers out there an idea that maybe it's time to go home. But
Never.
The celebration continues, as you see there, with the flags waving in the air. And they can bring their celebration to the parade.
That's right.
On Friday. It's official. The Dodgers Victory Parade will be this Friday, November 1st. It will start at LA City Hall, travel on 1st Street to Grand Avenue before ending at 5th and Flower Streets. And KTLA will be airing the entire parade right here on Channel 5 and on KTLA.com and KTLA Plus.
Stay with KTLA as we celebrate your World Series champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll have another live update next half hour. For the latest updates anytime, you can always go to KTLA.com and the free KTLA 5 app. Back in a moment.
Well, all right. Well, I'm looking. I don't see anything else. Post-game coverage. I don't know if we're going to get a chase tonight. It's getting late. It's 10:23. I can hear fireworks in the distance, but I think that's all we got for tonight. I checked Fox. They're in commercial. I'm watching I have every single news channel up right now, except for CBS. And CBS, now I have CBS up, and they're back in the store.
All right, what were you thinking tonight with the game? Were you watching it?
No, I was at work, but I was checking my phone constantly to check the score, and it was giving me like so much anxiety. But once I saw that we're winning, I was like, oh my gosh, please.
Yeah, the game was nuts, right? It was really back and forth, and it was, I mean, a great outcome, but very entertaining.
Yeah, I wish I could have watched it, but like, it kept me on my toes just watching the score.
Well, I'm sure your employer appreciated that. I'm totally kidding. I think everyone in LA was probably watching, right? So.
Yeah.
All right, what are you getting here? You can't leave until you tell me what you get.
Oh, I'm looking for a Dodger World Champion t-shirt.
Well, I think you found one.
I like this one.
All right, so how long have you been a Dodgers fan?
Since I was 5 years old.
So like,
my dad was a huge fan.
Like 15 years.
My dad was a huge fan, so.
All right, that's so sweet. And so you're kind of honoring your dad.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Sure.
All right, so let me walk me through it. So how did you pick this one?
I like the colors. I like the design of it.
Yeah, it's cute.
And I've got this one too.
All right, well, and you got a little sign here.
I've got a sign.
And that line was bonkers out there. Did you wait?
We were about 1 hour. We waited in line for him. So.
That's not too bad.
No, I know. It's worth it.
Worth it.
We made it 4 years. So.
Yeah, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for stopping.
Thank you.
Uh-oh, you're next to me now. You're going to talk to me. Oh, you're run away. Oh, come on over here. All right, we got one more person. You're right here. All right, talk to me about what you got here. What's going on? What are you looking for? Hats?
Well,
jewelry?
Something that catches my eye.
Okay.
Nothing black, sorry. Has to be Dodger blue. Has to be Dodger blue.
The Pantone, right? You gotta do the...
Sure. Oh, I'm kind of embarrassed.
All right, well, so how long have you been a Dodgers fan?
Well, since I can remember. Well, probably since I was like 12, maybe.
Oh, that's
12.
cool.
It's been a long time.
So like, what does this night feel like? Obviously we won the World Series not too long ago, but it was during the pandemic. So it doesn't feel the same way.
Exactly. Yeah, the pandemic, it was a great win, but it just wasn't the same when, the crowd's not here. It's a little bit different. So this year, actually, my friend and I, we decided to take a gamble and sign up for season
seats. Not like the car.
No. Sign up for season seats in case that Shohei signs.
Okay.
So we decided this in the middle of the last season. So we said, you know what? Even if we don't, it's it's one season. We will still go to the
It
games.
feels good to beat New York, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it just feels great to win.
It's the Yankees.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing because, I mean, look at the season that we've had.
Yeah.
And we signed up for one season and we're at the top.
Oh my God.
It's what a feeling.
It's so cool.
What a season.
And the
it's been.
energy out here, and like everyone, you know,
Everyone's friendly. It's great. People wait. Everyone's great. Nobody's rioting. Nobody's breaking anything. So it's
That's true. That's true. Everyone's just kind of like feeling the energy, feeling the love. Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know if anyone else can handle me. As I say this, people are scattering. They're running away. How about you, sir? What you got?
World Series flag for my car, license
Okay.
for my car.
What's your name?
Sorry, Andy.
Andy, you don't seem excited enough.
It does feel like New Year's Eve, doesn't it? That's really all the coverage there is. I'm looking at every channel right now. NBC is down. ABC is done. Fox is doing commercials. KTLA is in the same merch store as CBS is. Well, pretty low key for an LA celebration compared to what they're known for. Perhaps the parade will be a little bit more for chases and such. All right. All right, my friends. Well, Dodgers win the World Series. Congratulations if you're a fan. We'll turn this channel back to police chase programming from this point forward, so I apologize for all the notifications, but thought this would be a special occasion, a little special edition of Birds in the Air. -1 star tonight, a 0-star chase tonight.